I want to talk about how to gain self-awareness in 7 steps. How to gain self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is self-reflection and self-acknowledgement. Knowing yourself and accepting who you are. That is self-reflection. Number 1 way to gain self-awareness is to practice mindfulness. What is mindfulness? It is taking time each day to focus on the present moment, pay attention to your thoughts, your feeling, and sensation without judgment. I repeat, practice mindfulness. It is taking time each day to focus on the present moment. You pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and sensation without judging. Most of us, when you look in the mirror, there are certain realities that you see there. And you still want to deny those realities. That's why we have a problem. When you look within yourself, you see certain realities, but yet you still want to deny them. No. The fact that you can acknowledge who you are will help you to be a better person. But if you cannot acknowledge who you are, if you cannot look within to see who you are, know who you are, you will not acknowledge a lot of things about you. And as such, you will not know the areas of your life where you need to work on. What can I work on to be a better person? What can I do to be a better person? That is why self-awareness starts with what? Practicing mindfulness. Getting to know yourself is like a relationship. Getting to know yourself. Know the thoughts that you usually sit alone and you have within yourself. Knowing how to deal with those moments. All these help you control the kind of thoughts that you have. Helps you control even anxiety and depression. If you practice self-mindfulness. When I always sit alone, what are the thoughts that goes in within me? How are these thoughts helping me? Are they helping to bring down me, my morals, my personality, or they're helping to build me up? Most of us, where we want to be, we are not yet there because most of the thoughts that we have within us, they're only doubt and fear. Doubt and fear. And when you always have doubt and fear, you cannot embark. And once you cannot embark, you cannot live the life you want to be because you won't be the person you are supposed to be. So the first way to gain self-awareness is being alone, leaving the crowd, leaving the noise, studying yourself. Who am I? What can I do on my own? Why am I always having this kind of thoughts in my mind? Why? And then you work on them. Number 2 is to reflect on your values. For you to gain self-awareness, you must reflect on your values. And I read, consider what is more important to you in life. Reflect on your core values and how they align with your actions and decisions. Reflect on your values. What exactly do I want for myself? What exactly is my worth as a person? There are a lot of other people who think that nothing good can come out from you because they don't know what you carry. But you as a person, you know what you carry. That's why anytime somebody says, nothing good can come out from you. But because you know your value, you know your worth, you know what you carry inside of you, you just look at the person and you laugh without responding. I don't need to tell you who I am, but personally I know who I am. I know what I can do. Most of us today, we are frustrated because people have told us that nothing good can come out from us. But I want to tell you today, if you sit on your own, you look at yourself, you ask yourself a question. How much is really my worth? How much is my worth? That's why even with the products that you sell every single day, I always say that word. People buy your products because of your value. When you give them value before they're able to buy your products. If people don't see value, they cannot buy your products. It is the same thing with you. For you to be the excellent millionaire that you want to be, for you to be the most successful person you want to be, you must know your worth. Do I want millions? Do I want hundreds of thousands? When you know your worth, then you go after it. But when you don't know your worth, every time you are seeing yourself in a madhouse, every time you are seeing yourself in a tarpaulin house, even if people tell you that you can be like this, you will not believe it. You will not believe it. But when you sit on your own, you reflect on yourself. In the past, I was like this, I was like this. But what limits me? And another thing that would destroy you not becoming who you want to be is self-sabotage. I've talked about this before. Self-sabotage. That's why you must reflect on your value so that you can overcome self-sabotage. By by telling yourself, I can do it. I can do it. Every day, I can do it. I can do it. Number 3 is to seek feedback. Seek feedback. It says that what? Ask your trusted friends, family members, and mentors for honest feedback about your strengths. Every person have a strength in this life, and every other person have a weakness as well. But what are your strengths? Like in this business that we are into, called the Center for Strategic Management and Entrepreneurship, I have seen this time and again, there are people that have capacity for recruitment. But when it comes to training, that's when they lack it. There are people that have strength for pitching on the field, but when it comes to investing in their recruitment, that's when they have a weakness. There are people that are ready 247 to always orientate, but they are not willing to put in their money. That is why you need to know the areas where you have strength. Ask people, from the way you have been seeing me, from the way I've been in this office, what exactly is my strength and what exactly is my weakness? This will help you gain self-awareness. One thing I always say is that if you know the area of your strength, you also know the area of your weakness. There is a strength for everybody and there is a weakness for everybody. There are people here that can pitch from the time they leave the office until they come back. They only come and sit in the office to have their rest and all that. But there are people that after they make one piece, they want to rest. They have strength that as long as they leave their house, one thing is in their head. I am going out to make money and nothing else. So their strength is for pitching. But there are people that have strength in talking, but talking nonsense. Are you understanding me? Yeah. There are people who can actually talk, but in that talking, there's nothing like that makes sense. But there are people that will not talk much, but a few words that come out from their mouth carry power. Yeah. Some people say, me, I can be a very good marketer because I can talk. But in all that you're talking is nonsense. But I put that you look there, they look like very preserved. And you'll be asking yourself a question. If I offer a job to this person, am I sure this person can be able to do it from the way they look? But that is the one that will make sense. Because they don't talk much, but they talk sense. But the people that will talk and talk, they always flow and don't go at that, and nothing's happening. But 4, journaling. Write down your thoughts, your emotions, your experience regularly. This will allow you to explore your inner world and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Writing down. Writing down. Yesterday, somebody commented about the way I was talking. I have to write down the way I talk. Maybe the way I talk, people don't always see, so I have to work on it. The other day, somebody made a comment about the way I dress. Does it mean I have to work on my dressing? You write it down. The other day, somebody commented about the way I walk. Then I have to I organize myself the way I walk. You write it down. Every time people criticize you, make sure you write it down. So that you will start working on it one after another. See, journaling down is like writing a list of your scale of preference. Having a scale of your preference, what you want to achieve. From the most important to the less important. All of you standing here, every single day in this office, I either criticize you for one thing or the other. There are 2 things that happen when you're being given critics. It is either you accept it, then you work on it, or either you deny it and then you keep on making the same mistake around the circle. That's why journaling or writing down is very important. For you to gain self-awareness. Every day people complain about my character. Every day people complain about the way I dress. Every day people complain about the way I walk. It means I must write it down and start working on it. Because it means if I actually work on these things, I'll be a better person. I'll be a better person. So when you are here today, you don't have trainees. It's not like you cannot orientate, but there's a problem. And the problem is the fact that you lack ability to manage people together because of your communication. So when you have scattered your crew with Kongosa, you will hear from A, you take B, you hear from B, you take C, so you have scattered your children. So when you are finding it difficult to even build yourself up because of all the things you have been saying. And now you ask yourself that if I start all over, the people that was telling them these bad things, now if I start all over, they won't like me. The same thing like people that when they go crazy, say bad things about their company. A have gone up, B have come down, C have come out. Now, for them to come back again, it's not a problem because all the things they have been saying, how are they going to take it back? So writing down is very important as a young person. Every time somebody gives you either a good critics or a negative critics, write it down. And what happens when people always criticize you positively is that you can take it and become proud. But you also forget that there are also negative critics. So that's why take the negative critics, take the positive critics, put them both down and see how you can work on it to gain self-awareness. Number 5, embrace discomfort. Challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone and face your fear. For you to gain self-awareness, you must challenge yourself to come out from your comfort zone. I've told you this time and again. If I could have it in my mind that I cannot wear high shoes because I have arthritis, I'll not wear high shoes today. And let me tell you one thing, every time I wear high shoes, there's a kind of confidence that I gain. Every time I put on high heels, I have a certain level of confidence. That's when they say, boss lady. I said, that's true because I know the shoes I'm wearing. Let me tell you, there's a certain way that you would dress that you need only one thing to carry your dress to a different level. Yeah. If I had put it in my mind that I have arthritis, therefore let me accept it and not wear high shoes. Today, I'll dress like maybe with sabo. I don't know if you're understanding my point. I'm talking about overcoming your fear. Today, a lot of times when I speak English, people say, you are not supposed to talk like this, you are supposed to put your language but like this. It was a discomfort to me because every time I talk, somebody wants to correct one thing or the other. But I told myself, I cannot allow this fear to make me stop talking. I'll keep talking. When I make a mistake, I continue. With time, I'll be better. A lot of people have been shut up today because of discomfort. Every time you want to talk, people say you are talking. Especially people that have this gap teeth. Every time you want to talk, people say you see somebody just there intimidating you and now whatever you wanted to say, you can't say it again because you believe that the S will come out first. A lot of people have shut down their destinies today because of discomfort. Because of discomfort, people say, look at you. You say you want to become a millionaire. Who will make a millionaire? You guys do not go to school. You don't have a godfather that will be able to connect you. You don't have a godmother that is going to connect you. You don't even have money. You don't have connections. Who is going to make you become a millionaire? Tell yourself, I don't need anybody to make me a millionaire, but I need myself to make myself a millionaire. That is self-awareness. Most people are where they are today because people have told them, shut up. And they are discomfortable. They are not comfortable with the fact that people have told me that I am like this. I am like that. I am like that. There are people today that there are certain things they love to do, but they cannot do them because people say, look at you, you don't have the body, you don't have the accents, you don't have the skin, you don't have the color, you don't have the shape, therefore keep quiet. No! Challenge yourself. Those things that people tell you you cannot do them and start doing them. It's a challenge from today. Take a step. Somebody say you cannot be like this. Show the person that you can be like that. Challenge yourself. When you start challenging yourself, even the thoughts disappear automatically. Yeah. With time, you start seeing yourself that you're like, ha. I remember when they used to tell me that I cannot be anything good. Look at me today. I remember when they used to tell me that nothing good can come out from Nazareth. Is that not where Jesus came out from? That is it. Self-awareness is powerful. Most people, I'm telling you that most people in this world, their dreams have been shut down by people's negativity. Discover people's negativity. Look at you. Nothing good can come out from you. You that you don't have anybody in the government. You that you don't go to school. You that you don't have any connection. People have been shut down like that. But I am telling each and every one of you this morning, come out from that discomfort. What they have told you that you cannot do it, do it. Number 6, explore your emotions. Allow yourself to fully experience and understand your emotions without judgment. Me, I've said this time and again. When something pains you, you want cry. When something also makes you like you feel good and you want to laugh. A lot of times, we allow ourselves to hold our emotions without expressing how we truly feel in certain situations. That's why we don't know our strength. Anything can just make you cry. Anything can just make you lose your attitude. No. Explore yourself. There are situations that you feel like you need to cry. Sometimes, after you finish crying, you feel satisfied. Number 7, which is my last point, is practice active listening. Practice active listening. Develop the ability to truly listen to others. If you must be self-aware. if you want to gain self-awareness, develop the ability to always listen to others. Pay attention to their words, their body language, and their emotions. This not only enhance your relationship, but also increase the awareness of how you interact with people. Let me explain this. Do you know that sometimes you are discussing with your friend and he says, I don't like the way you're talking to me. And you don't care, you're like, come on, shut up, you be who? They are trying to express to you the way they feel that moment. Maybe the way you are talking to them that moment, that place, that situation, is making them feel a certain way and I don't like it. They are trying to tell you that you are my friend, but I don't like the way you are behaving with me at this point. You don't want to pay attention because you just want to sabotage them for your own gain. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. You just want to, because they are people like to correct you in public place. So that everyone should know that you are the bad one and the good ones. And anytime you're talking to somebody, my friend, I beg, if you want to talk to me, let's go to the house, you can talk to me. Yeah, I'm not comfortable. But you now, because you don't want to listen, you don't want to pay attention, because you want to gain the crowd and make that person feel uncomfortable and continue. After that, your friendship is bad. When we actually pay attention to how people want to treat us and how people want us to interact with them, we'll have better friendships, better relationship, even with our own self. Because let me tell you the truth. Anytime you talk to someone in a certain way in public, they don't like it, but you keep insisting because of what you want to gain. When you finish and you go back to your house, you yourself feel uncomfortable. But at that moment, you thought that you were doing the right thing. But when you know very well you're not doing the right thing, but when you go back and sit alone, you'll be like, well, but my friend will say that, like, but why was I doing it? Anyways, after all, you cannot come and beat me. But your heart will be like, but why? But why? Active listening is very important. How we treat others, how we interact with others is very important. And it also makes us to be aware whether we are good friends or we are bad friends. A lot of friendship goes sour today because you don't know whether truly you are the fault or is that your friend that is the fault. But when we actually practice active listening, we know our role. If actually I was a bad one or I'm the good one. So this morning, these are basic tips that I believe if you apply it, you will gain self-awareness. You will get to know yourself. You will get to know what you are good at. You will get to know what you are not good at. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this kind of videos, please click the like button, subscribe, and also share with your friends and family. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know which part of this video you enjoyed.